Hi, so today we're going to be cooking a rice cake or pastelon de arroz, how we call it in Spanish. We're going to be needing 4 cups of cooked rice, 4 to 5. It depends how big your family is and how many people you're going to feed. You're going to have 1.5 cup of milk, a little bit of olive oil, pre-cooked ground beef. In this case, I used my beef for 3 dishes and I have some left over. The first day was ground beef and vegetable. The second time was a taco night, and today I have left over so I could do a pastelon. You're gonna need either complete seasoning or bouillon. In my case, I like bouillon. It gives a chicken flavor. And 4 eggs, previously checked to make sure they're all good. In my previous video, I could show you how to check for each egg. You could go and watch that. And then you're going to need some shredded cheese, or in my case, I have regular cheese and I just did little cubes to put it on top. Okay, so we're going to go with the second step, which is the preparation. Okay, so right now we're going to mix the milk and the rice so they start getting soaked in. We're going to put our bouillon so it starts getting flavor in. So we're going to put our eggs. We're going to beat them in there and mix with the rice. We're going to make sure they all mix really well. You could also beat the eggs by itself and then put it in, whichever way you want, but they all get mixed pretty good. So just make sure you distribute the egg and the milk everywhere. And then you're going to layer your cake, your rice cake or pastelon, how we call it. You're going to layer, first you prepare your pan with olive oil. In this case, we could do olive oil a little bit here so it doesn't stick. And we're going to put a little bit in the rice so it's also cooked, kind of give an effect of frying the egg. You can use a little brush to brush the oil. You can use cooking spray if you have cooking spray. You can use butter. In my other video, I use butter. Either way, it's just so your food doesn't stick too much to the edge or to the pan. It's easy to serve and easy to clean up later. Sorry about the meowing. It's my cat Ruby. She wants to be here nosy, but then she loves to be where the people is. And you know, cat and food cannot be in the same spot. So we're doing this right now. I'll let her loose later when this is in the oven. Okay, so now we have that ready. We're gonna keep moving this so everything blends. Okay, so now we're gonna put 1 layer of the rice. You put half of your mix in the pan, already oiled. Make sure you distribute it because you're gonna need, before you put your meat, your ground beef. If you have some chunks of rice, because it's being already cooked, it's pre-cooked rice, or some leftover that you have, you kind of, you know, mash the little lumps and kind of distribute it. Again, you're gonna put a good layer in the bottom. And then you're gonna put your meat, okay? You're gonna same thing, distribute the best as you can. The meat is gonna be leftover, or you could cook it specifically for your rice cake. In this case, I had some leftover. We did 3 dishes with 1 serving of like 2 or 3 pounds of ground beef. You could change it for ground chicken or ground turkey. It will be a preference what you want to put in your meat cake. Again, you try to distribute the best you can. Put it laying down so it's flat and even. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this across the whole pan. You don't want to serve a person and don't get any of the stuffing. Then you're gonna say, oh, they cheated on me, I didn't get any stuffing. So try to distribute the best you can with what you have. We're trying to do just that. Okay, once you have this, you continue with the top layer of your rice, trying to get all the goodie out of this. Okay, it's looking yummy already. In the meantime, put your oven to heat. You could put it at 375 or 400, depends how your oven cooks. Some oven cook faster, they're hotter, they're more modern. I'm gonna do 375 today, and I'm gonna put it to warm up. Okay, in the meantime, I finish getting all my, okay, that looks good. So then we have to put the last layer of rice. Remember I said divide your mix in 2 because you're gonna need it for the top layer of your rice cake. Distribute pretty good. Okay, get all the juices, make sure you cover your meat. And like I said, these are leftovers, so if you want to make a bigger, just kind of multiply the ingredient. And we're gonna use all of this to cover our meat. Okay, we're gonna distribute the best we can with what we have. Okay, this is ideal for a lunch during the week because you could save it in aluminum foil or little plates and take it to you to work. It's very good, economical. It's easy to make, quick with things you have left over during the week. And then we're gonna put topper our cheese. Some people put shredded cheese in the mix. I do not. So I like to feel the flavor of the rice. In this case, I have rice and quinoa with brown rice and not with white rice because I'm diabetic and I like to cook low carb, things that won't trigger my sugar. So, but use white rice if you want. You could use quinoa alone, or quinoa. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but distribute the cheese on top. Same, if you have shredded cheese, it will be much better. But in this case, I have whatever I have in the refrigerator. That's what I use. Gotta be creative when you're cooking for a family on a budget. You know, I like to do budget cooking, and we do our splurge over the weekends. This is ideal pre-cook for the week, and just cut it in pieces and take it for lunch to work. It's ideal for big family, for guests if you want to impress them with something different that they never had. So okay, so we're gonna wait our oven to be hot, and we put it in. We're gonna put it for an hour to cook. Like I said, you can put it 375 or 400, depends your oven, how modern it is. And then every so often come and check your baking, so make sure it doesn't burn. Okay, you want to make sure the eggs are cooked, so at least leave it for a whole hour. But check it, maybe your oven needs less than that. So okay, so we're ready. We're just waiting for the oven to warm up, and I will be right back. So now our oven has beeped, and we're gonna put a timer for 60 minutes starting now, and we're gonna put our rice cake in the oven, or pastelon, and we're gonna come back when we have the timer set off. Okay, see you in a bit. So our oven has gone off, and we're gonna take it out carefully. And obviously my oven cooks faster, so instead of 60 minutes, maybe leave it 45 minutes and check it. I have prepared my plate where I'm gonna serve it. It's always good to serve with some salad, and so your plate looks colorful. And I am going to cut. Ideally you let this cool off a little, but for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna serve it right off the oven. And you could cut it in portions so you can know how much you're gonna serve each of your guests, or how much you're gonna take for work. In this case, I'm gonna do squares, like 3 by 2 or 3 by 3. And it's really hot, so be careful. Cheese and rice, everything. It's a good way of saving heat. So I'm gonna serve a cube. And you're gonna put it with salad, like I said. Serve it as you wish. Make sure you tell your guests it's really, really hot. And this is our rice casserole with salad. You can put some fruit in the summer with your salad. It's very refreshing, some salad with fruit. And this is our rice cake, or pastelon de arroz. You can see the meat in the middle, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you. Okay, then cut. Oh.